Welcome to Two Owls Talking Sports, Volume 30 here as we move into May. I'm Mike Davidson, joined as always by my partner, Overlake's Athletic Director, John Wiley. John, as the calendar turns to May, it's spring playoff time, and we have some teams that are really doing well. Take us around the horn real quick.
First of all, I want to congratulate us and Chris Schwam, really, on 30 episodes. People didn't think it would last past one or two.
No, and now it is, I've said this before and I'll say it again, the #1 rated podcast worldwide focused on Overlake athletics.
You're correct. And let's go around the horn, Mike. Playoffs are beginning this week, but we still got some senior nights. We got one on today. We're taping this. Hopefully this will get out Monday. But a 3 o'clock start against Montesano. Last time I checked, the Growls are playing the #1 team in the state.
That's correct, the undefeated Bulldogs.
Yeah, that should be a great game, 3 p.m. We'll have a ceremony after. That'll be great. Girls tennis is Wednesday. As you know, that is a pretty special group of seniors. They have won three straight state titles, and they are rolling for their 4th, and that's 4 o'clock at home. And then golf, I believe, is 3 o'clock up at Redmond Ridge on the girls' side, another dominant group. So there's still a lot going on with regard to senior nights, but playoffs are this week. So if you want to catch some playoff action, we'll talk a little bit more about it, but it's going to start as early as tomorrow at home.
So, John, trivia question as I think about that girls' tennis team. In Overlake history, has there ever been a team or even an individual win 4 state titles in 4 years?
Never. This would be some new ground, and that's a lot of pressure to put on them. And I'm sure Jeff Loringer right now is cringing with the thought of us ratcheting it up a little bit more on his coaching and his program. But if there's one to bank on, that is a great one.
Chance to do something never done before. Pretty impressive.
Absolutely.
And we have we had signing day
just
last week. That was a big hit. I think that got some major mojo on social media.
Yep.
Congratulations to all those seniors.
Yes, if you want to check it out, Owls News on Instagram, and that should be the link in the bio. And Chris Schwam just worked his magic. There is a video there that's fantastic. 6 seniors, well-deserving, all moving on to the next level. Mike, you know that only 7% of athletes nationwide go from high school to college programs. So this is saying something because, again, we're punching a little bit over our weight and over the national average, and we're really excited. Go check out that post and that video.
And we have a special treat today on TOTS, a special guest. Growls baseball captain Brendan Winkler joins us. Welcome here, Brendan. Thanks for joining us on TOTS.
Oh, of course. Thanks for having me.
So, tell us a little bit about the season so far. Senior day coming up. I know those are 5 guys you're really going to miss, and then on to the playoffs. So, give us a quick recap on what your take is on the season so far.
I mean, yeah, we're rolling. We're coming into this game at 12-7, right there, 3rd in the Emerald Sound. So we're going to this game trying to upset a team whose last loss was us last year in state. We ended their season. And then we're trying to go into this weekend, start these playoffs on a high note, possibly punch a ticket to state.
Your league has been so competitive, right? Last week, we got down to the last day and of the regular season for our league schedule, and there were 4 teams that could have won the division. And Kings was up 2-0 going to the bottom of the 7th against UPrep and couldn't hold it. And unfortunately, we were able to tie it in the 7th, but it went 12 innings before we eventually dropped it to CPC. So they split with us. So we will take the 3rd seed. But what was it like? I mean, especially playing in a 12-inning game.
It was just kind of crazy. I mean, we knew we had a chance the whole time, and we were really in that. We knew win or lose, we were going to the weekend. But 1st seed would have been great. 3rd seed isn't too bad.
And you are the athlete of the week.
Big week for Brendan this week. Had the go-ahead 2-run single in the 7th on Monday to beat Cedar Park at their place, and then got the start on Wednesday. Went 7 innings, struck out 11 on the day. Those are 2 pretty good games, and you ended up hitting 400 for the week as well. So that makes you the Overlake athlete of the week. But a question for you: what's better, right? The game-winning hit or striking out 11 guys on the mound?
They're definitely tight up there, but I got to go with striking out 11 on the mound. You know, pitching's kind of my love in this game, and it's just so much fun to do that. I mean, having that go-ahead hit was amazing, but hitting's kind of like my side gig. But yeah, pitching's where it's at.
Speaking of main gigs, Mr. Winkler's already assigned at Army West Point for college. So I think we mentioned that before on the show, but congratulations. Hadn't gotten a chance to tell you that in person yet on TOTS. So, you know, we always try and do a couple of fun ones here. I know the baseball team was down in Vancouver for a week, living together, cooking and cleaning together. You know, if you got to have one teammate other than yourself to name as the best cook on the team, who are you going with?
Oh, hands down has to be Derek Malley. You know, he's a veteran of the program, but once he gets in that kitchen, he is a different beast.
Mm-hmm. And if you were going to name, you know, one guy with the most room to grow as a doer of dishes, right? Like, hey, you know, I'm just going to have a great career doing dishes, but you know, he's got work to do to get there. You know, who would it be?
You know, I think there's two names up there up in that senior class. Drew Nair and Alex Haas. Seemingly, whenever dish doing time came around, they were nowhere to be found.
I've said other skills, but getting on the dishes maybe not number one. Outstanding.
And I don't know if you've been around for this, but we have a new segment, and it was popular last time we dropped it on TOTS, and that's streaking.
And so streaking, right? The teams that are on streaks, we had quite a few of them, you know, a week or two ago. We're down to just.
And we jinxed a couple.
Yeah, well, that's what you do when you call it the streak. So sorry in advance to the three remaining streaks, but we have three still going here. John, who's at number 3?
At number 3 this week on streaking, this is one of the teams we jinxed. Sorry, girls tennis. You went out and you dropped your first one and only one of the year after this. But you've won 2 sweeps, by the way. So coming back with a vengeance, sweep in Bear Creek, sweep in Eastside Prep. Now 10-1 and on top of the standings.
Outstanding. At number 2?
Number 2, girls golf, the unstoppable machine that is girls golf. They played in a league scramble last week. Shot a 3-under par 32 for 9 holes in a scramble, which is pretty outstanding work. And then finally, they had a non-league against a state power in Elma. They went down to the home course, and they won handily. So congratulations to girls golf. You are number 2.
They are rolling hard into the postseason and the number 1 streak.
Number 1, now 9 in a row, boys lacrosse, which is a great accomplishment. And Mike, I want to read you the schools that they have beaten in this streak. They did drop the opener to eventual league champ Juanita, but since then, Cedar Crest, Liberty, Newport, Redmond, Inglemore, Lakeside, Lake Washington, Sammamish, and finally on Thursday, they beat Interlake 15-11.
I don't hear any 1A schools on that list, John.
There's no 1A schools to play, Mike. So that's our league, and congratulations to Coach Umberger and his squad, who have really put together a great season, and they're heading off straight to the state semifinals on May 16th.
Wow. Quite an accomplishment for those guys, and for Pierce Pape, who we had on the show last time, just breaking the school scoring record. Good luck to you guys. We also haven't had in a few weeks a TOTS Mailbag. John,
yeah,
heard from some of the many fans out there?
Yeah, we've actually got a couple of comments. You know, we're looking for comments to our posts when we post our TOTS every week, and Stephanie Bellieres had one.
Okay.
And it was, I think this is in response to TOTS 28, the very famous episode. She said, is TOTS even TOTS if it's not from the beach?
That's a good question. The answer is, anywhere there are 2 owls talking sports, you have TOTS.
That's right. And if you want to go back and check out TOTS 28, you'll know it. Stephanie Bellieres, one of our favorite fans, faculty member, thinks of the show. It's a great one. And another one.
Sebastian Sebastian Terminator Mueller?
Yes, his teammate Ender, when I referenced during a broadcast, we stream games. Virginia Lee is our play-by-play, and she's amazing. But I said that that Sebastian Termulin, who's a senior, who's a terrific guy in the back for the Owls, reminds me a lot of Toby Odell, who I coined the Grim Reaper back there.
Yep.
And so Ender has gone with Sebastian Terminator. We'll see if that sticks.
Wow, that's a good one. Brendan, what's your favorite baseball nickname on the squad?
I think Danny Ice for Daniel. Came up freshman year, came up clutch, had some ice in his veins, and it's just kind of stuck since then.
Daniel Weintraub, known for not changing expression whether things are going the right way or the wrong way. I like that, Danny Ice. That's a good one. And then what, John, is our hot ticket for this week? A lot of good opportunities out there.
Right. So we just mentioned 3 senior nights, and you should go because they're special. This is a great senior class. But like I said, we have the playoffs starting this week, Mike, and it's going to start at home. So that falls into hot ticket material Tuesday. It's going to be our boys soccer team is going to be hosting Northwest in a opening round game of the Emerald Sound Conference, 5 p.m. It's great weather. I mean, come on out. Get loud. Come on out. If we're able to win, we move to Friday, and that would most likely, we're going to have to see what UPrep does in their first round, but I'd say that the rematch is certainly something the players are looking forward to. There's a possibility of seeing UPrep there on Friday. Again, it would be at Overlake, 5 p.m.
Outstanding. So make sure you make it there. And next week, we'll have playoff action galore to catch you up on as the spring accelerates to the finish. For my partner, John Wiley, I'm Mike Davidson. Thanks for joining us on episode 30 of Two Owls Talking Sports.